How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to a brand new video, guys. My name is, of course, Ruffle Rowlett, and in this video today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go through every single brand new Pokemon as well as returning Pokemon that's going to be in the expansion pass that we know of so far for Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. So I thought we would take a look at that, see what they're, bringing back and also what the new stuff is. So I thought we'd start with the, I guess the returning Pokemon is what we're going to start with, and then we're going to go from the returning Pokemon into the brand new ones, the new forms, as well as the, brand new Pokemon. We're going to go through each one of those and kind of like, basically break it down, to put it bluntly. So, yeah, we're going to do that real quick and, we'll see how that goes. So, let's start with all the returning Pokemon first, shall we? So, here is the list. If you guys want to look at it on your own, you can go to Cerebi, and they have a listing here for Expansion Pass returning Pokemon. So far, they've already revealed, almost half of the returning Pokemon, like almost half of them have been revealed, so keep that in mind. So, next up, Nidoran. Nidoran is returning, of course, with its evolutionary line, Nidorina, Nidoqueen, and then, male one, of course, as well, Nidoran, which is, Nidorino, and then Nidoking. So Nidoking is back and Nidoqueen are back. Golbat and its evolutionary line, or Zubat and its evolutionary line is back. Psyduck's line is back. Of course, Slowpoke and Slowbro and Slowking are all back with new forms. They have Galarian forms, but apparently there's also, like, I think, normal Slowbro is in the game. We also have Magnemite returning with Magneton. We also have Chansey returning. We also have Horsey and Seadra, as well as Electabuzz, and every single legendary is back. So Articuno is back, Zapdos is back, Moltres is back, Crobat is returning, which is nice. Meryl, Azumarill are returning. Slowking is also back, of course, because we know that he's going to be getting a Galarian form. Kingdra is back, which makes sense with Horsey and them being back. Elekid also makes a lot of sense being back. Blissey makes sense. Then we also, of course, got Raikou, Entei, Suicune, Lugia, Ho-Oh are returning. You've got Azurill. Azurill is back also. Which, hey, pretty cool. Spheal, Celio, as well as Walrein are all back. Beldum, Metang, Metagross are back. Regirock, Regice, Registeel are also returning. Of course, basically all the legendaries. Latios, Kyogre, Groudon, Rayquaza, Happiny, Gible, Gabite, Garchomp, which is everybody's favorite, is back. Magnezone, Electivire, Uxie, Mesprit, Azelf, Dialga, Palkia, Heatran, Giratina, Cresselia, Zorua, Zoroark, Cragano, Larvesta, Volcarona, which I'm happy about. I'm happy Volcarona's back, bro. Yo, like, that shit, like, I was waiting for that, so I'm happy about that. Tornadus, Thundurus, and Landorus are back. Fletchling, Fletchhinder, and Talonflame also returning. Amaru, Amaura, a Pokemon I've never really actually used, and Aurorus are back. Dedenne is also back. Xerneas, Vettel, Zygarde are back. Rockruff, Lycanroc is also back. Tapu Koko, Tapu Lele, and Tapu Bulu are back, and of course Tapu Fini. And as you can see, there's 84 of them, so almost half of the returning Pokemon have been shown to us. And if you don't know this information, there's going to be 200 old Pokemon returning in these expansions. Only 200, so keep that in mind. They're not returning all of them, they're only doing 200, which means the total number is going to go to about 600, because there already is 400 in Sword and Shield, and this will just expand it to 600, which means there's still going to be, give or take, almost 200 Pokemon still missing, which probably will be in an expansion pass 2, right, like in a secondary expansion pass, which I'll be doing a video on very soon, talking about, what that might be and, how that might look like. So, you can expect that, sooner or later. But yeah, there you go. So that is basically what we have in that regard. Now, next up is Expansion Pass Galarian Force. Now, for the first time ever, Pokemon Sword and Shield is getting downloadable content, and within this, there are various brand new Galarian forms. This page is to detail everything about these new Pokemon until they are released in the game. So, first things first, we have Galarian form Slowpoke, was revealed in the Pokemon Direct on the January the 9th. It was available for free in a content update at that same time. The Slowpoke of Galar region used to eat the seeds of a certain plant that grew in their habitat. These seeds were in fact Galarica seeds, used to this day as essential spice for cooking in the Galar region. Now, Slowpoke and Galar built up particles of this space in their bodies over several generations, eventually gaining the unique appearance and behavior they are known for today. Galarian Slowpoke spend their days wallowing on seashores and riverbanks without thinking about anything in particular. Occasionally, they might get a very sharp look in their eyes, but they will soon revert to their zoned out expression. It's thought that this behavior is caused by the accumulated Galarica particles stimulating Galarian Slowpoke's brain. resulting in it thinking of something tremendous, only for the Galarian Slowpoke to immediately forget what it just had thought of. Galarian Slowpoke can evolve into Galarian Slowbro if an item that can be found on the Isle of Armor is used. It can evolve into Galarian Slowking instead if the item that can be found in the Crowned Tundra is used. So I guess they're splitting the evolutions there, so you won't even be able to get the evolutions, you know, the Slowking evolution until the second pass, second part of the pass comes out. Which, fair enough. Now, Slowbro, as you can see right there, we have a little bit of a look at what that's like. Galarian form Slowbro was revealed in the Pokemon Direct on January 9th. It's going to be available in the Isle of Armor DLC. And then Slowking, which you have a larger image of here, this boy is going to be in the other DLC, the I think Crown Tundra, yeah. So the Galarian form Slowking is going to be available through an item in Crown Tundra DLC. Now, next up, we have my favorite parts about this whole thing. Okay, these are my favorite things about this whole thing. So we've got like new Galarian form seemingly, and we're calling it Galarian form because we don't really know what it is, but I'm assuming it's going to be some form of Galarian form. I'm assuming it's not like an evolution, but we have a Articuno, which is shooting lasers out of its eyes. And it has one of the coolest designs I've ever seen. Like, this is one of the sickest Pokemon designs, like, ever. It is so freaking cool. Zapdos looks epic, like, straight up amazing as well. And, I mean, let's be honest, Moltres looks freaking incredible as well. So, basically, this opens up the ballpark, right? This opens up the possibility that we can see more Pokemon like this, right? We know these three Pokemon are clearly going to have some sort of like story connection and stuff because they have some sort of connection to this brand new giant tree or whatever. So there's clearly going to, you know, be a lot of possibilities for like, you know, an expansion in those areas, like, you know, or like an expanding in the story there. So the high possibility here is that we're going to see more of these Pokemon, more of these legendaries getting new forms. So I feel like we can expect that to be a very high possibility. But yeah, so we have Galarian from Zapdos, which was revealed, Galarian Articuno, and Galarian Moltres, which have been revealed, which honestly looks sick. So yeah, next up though, we have something that really caught me off guard at first, which is that we have, you know, basically new Giganta Max Forms, and we have Giganta Max Forms for basically now for all the Gen 1 starters, and also for the Gen 1 starters, and for the Generation 8 starters. So we're getting you know, Galarian forms for all those. And I think if we open up the Sword and Shield page here, we can probably see the one for Rillaboom. We can see a lot more details about it, which will be, you know, a lot more intuitive to look into. So here we go. We're gonna take a look at those first. So we got Gigantamax Rillaboom, which we can open up here, and as you can see, its design is kind of strange. It's got like these giant, like, flatty things holding up like a bunch of trees, a giant drum set essentially, and yeah, it basically beats it can cross seas. Gigantamax Rillaboom focuses completely on playing its drums, compelled by the power welling up inside. The sound can reach across oceans and be heard by those living in other regions. It's said that those who hear the beat will begin to dance uncontrollably, overwhelmed by a rhythm that surges up inside them. So yeah, there you go. You got Rillaboom. Then you got Cinderace and Inteleon at the end. So you got Cinderace right here, which is standing on a giant, like, I guess like fireball with like kind of like eyes that look like its eyes, chilling on like on top of here. So yeah, I don't know, it looks pretty cool, but my favorite though has to be Inteleon. Inteleon is like, it's basically standing on its tail, right, with a straight up sniper. This man straight up got a sniper up here. But before we do that, so outstanding leg strength. Now Gigantamax Cinderace boasts incredible leg strength. In fact, its legs are said to rank amongst the strongest of all the Pokemon. Even without its gigantic parabole, it can deliver powerful kicking moves that overwhelm other Dynamax Pokemon. Pretty lit. Enhanced espionage tools here go is Inteleon has many hidden tools within its body. These have been enhanced due to its Gigantamaxing. The nictitating membranes on its eyes, now allowing it to measure the distance to the targets. They now let Inteleon detect temperature, air pressure, and even humidity. Inteleon is a skilled sniper as well. Easily hit a berry that's rolling over a 15 kilometers away. So they gave it a straight up sniper, okay? It's kind of insane, but they did it. These madmen did it. So, hey, that happened. Then we also have Gigantamax Venusaur, which I think looks sick, and Gigantamax Blastoise, which looks so freaking cool. Like, this actually looks so freaking sick. I'm gonna be honest, like, I cannot deny the coolness of this design. So, hey, that's all I'm gonna say on that one. Now, next up we have a brand new legendary. So this is Kubfu. Now, Kubfu is a new legendary Pokemon. I think this one is a pure fighting type. if I remember correctly though. But yeah, this is a brand new Pokemon that you're going to be able to get your hands on. It's got 2 different forms of evolution, right? Like 2 different forms. So here's its evolution. It's a Urshifu. Now Urshifu is basically got 2 different styles. It's got this style here and this style here, right? It's got and you can barely see these, but basically, it's 2 different styles. It is the Rapid Strike style and the Single Strike style. And I think if we go here to the page here, we can see probably a lot, cleaner images of this and get more looks on this. So, the Isle of Armor Kubfu will make an appearance. This Pokemon isn't normally found in the Galar region. Rather, the Kubfu you meet comes from a faraway land. You'll train alongside Kubfu, honing your skills together. And this is going to be in the Isle of Armor DLC. So, it's the Wushu Pokemon. It's fighting type, and it's got the ability Inner Focus. Now, a serious Pokemon dedicated to its training. This Pokemon is hardworking and striving to train both its body and mind. It uses each defeat as motivation, training itself with even more vigor after a loss in order to grow stronger. It has an organ that produces fighting energy in its lower abdomen, and before heading into battle, it will increase this energy through unique breathing techniques and intense focus. It dwells in distant mountains. Now, wild Kubfu live in mountain areas far away from the Galar region today, but it was once a species that called Galar its home. It's noted in historical texts that this species used to head to uncharted lands with people as they set out to trade or explore. Records suggest that Kubfu living in the faraway mountains today may have descended from Kubfu that became naturalized to the distant land they visited in their journeys. So there's a general breakdown of that one. Then next up, of course, we have its evolution, and it's 2 different versions of that. So Kubfu will evolve into Urshifu after it undergoes sufficient training. It seems that Urshifu has 2 forms, a single strike style and a rapid strike style. It appears that each form has different types as well. And here you can see Urshifu single strike style and rapid strike style. So the one over here is fighting dark, the other one is fighting water. The merciless blow, Urshifu in this form favor battling without holding anything back. When enraged, they will mercilessly attack an opponent until it is utterly crushed. Sounds a little bit crazy. A single strike style Urshifu's movements are often direct and involve rushing forward in a straight line. It will keep its distance from its opponent at first, only to leap in close in an instant to deliver a powerful blow. Furious Rapid Strike. Now, Urshifu in this form maintain a calm demeanor, observe their opponent and measuring their strength while dodging attacks. A Rapid Strike style Urshifu will use flowing movements in battle to smoothly parry an opponent's moves and then overwhelm the opponent with a flurry of rapid strikes. Now note, Kubfu will evolve into either Single Strike or Urshifu or Rapid Strike Urshifu. Which forms it evolves into will change depending on choices made during your adventure. The forms are not tied to the game versions you are playing. So that's good info, alright? That's good to know. And we also have the Giganta Max Forms for these guys. So here it is, Giganta Max Urshifu, Single Strike Style Urshifu, and Rapid Strike Style Urshifu also have Giganta Max Forms. Now, there's really not much that much info, but they say here, a Rolling Rage. In this form, Urshifu looks like ready to bellow in fury. People call it both the very embodiment of rage and a divine emissary that banishes evil spirits with its fury. The anger hidden within. In this form, Urshifu will quietly maintain its stance with a calm expression. When facing this Pokemon, it seems some will become greatly agitated, feeling as if the very depth of their soul has been exposed, yet others report feeling a sense of relief, as if they'd been cleansed of evil spirits. So interesting kind of like design choices there. But then we also have, for the other DLC, for the other part of the DLC, the Crown Tundra, we have a Calyrex. Now, Calyrex is a new legendary as well. In the Crown Tundra, you'll encounter Calyrex, the Pokemon whose image you will find on packaging for the Sword and Shield expansion pass, and the Pokemon Pokemon Sword and Shield and Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield expansion pass. Jeez. A noble leader. So this Pokemon ruled all of Galar in ancient times. Oh, so all of Galar. Cool. Though it appears delicate and slight, its every move is filled with grace and dignity. It also has extremely high intelligence, and it's said every past, present, and future event. So maybe it's seen all those, which is interesting, to say the least. It is pretty cool of a concept. And yeah, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is just about it. I don't think there's really much else to really mention. I think we've gone through majority of all the new stuff. I don't think we really missed anything. We already know about, Galarian Slowpoke. There's really not much else. If you guys haven't seen all the other info, I mean, you can probably look into it. I've got another video on my channel about most of this stuff. We, of course, have the new characters. As you guys know, we have new cast of characters, which is you got Mustard, which is some sort of mentor now, and you also have rivals, Clara and Avery. Avery, either way. So there you go, guys. So yeah, thank you so much for watching the video, guys. If you did enjoy, drop a like down below. And yeah, that's all the new Pokemon and returning Pokemon in Sword and Shield. Have a great day, and bye bye, ladies and gentlemen.